Alright, so I'll just walk you through what I've got, excuse me, working so far. So I do have it deployed to render. So I've still got some issues going on, as I've mentioned, with the OAuth stuff. But I'll just go ahead and show my environment variables. So I have all of my environment variables here stored as well. See OAuth. So I have been trying to implement OAuth. So I have my config vars right here, which are also in my env file, which connects to my Auth0 service over here. So I've got all my domain, client ID, secret, and then my allowed callback URL, logout URL, and origin base URL. So I've implemented the auth and requires auth with the Express OpenID Connect. And so I have app.use auth config, and then I have the logged in, logged out, and the profile route as well. So as far as what's working, I can just show you real quick. So I can start running on that, and I'll just show right here. So if I hit the localhost, and this hopefully will be working on render as well when we fix it on Monday, but I can hit the logged out route, and then I can hit login, and it does redirect me to Auth0 for authentication, signing in. So I can click on one of these options, but when I do, it might take a minute. I'm getting a 500 internal server error, and I think it has something to do with my callback route. I'm not exactly sure. So like I mentioned, I do have that callback, and then I've implemented something over in here to hit that API docs route, but for some reason it's not working. Anyways, I'm sure we'll debug more of that on Monday as well. Anyway, so I have been working on OAuth and trying to get it implemented. Also the routes. So I do have this auth user login, authorized.auth user login, which comes from this auth user login from this authenticate file in my controllers, and then I just implement it throughout my routes. And then so these are the routes that are protected, my post, put, and delete routes for events and users. I've put it so that whether you're logged in or not, you can get the results back from the database. So for example, I can hit my docs route, and I can execute that, and I do get records back from the database. But for example, if I try to perform a request on a protected route, for example like deleting a record, and put that ID in there and click execute, I get that error because I'm not getting redirected like I'm supposed to. So yeah, that's not working 100% on that. I did show that in previous week's videos that I was able to do so, and it did update in my Mongo database when I do perform those requests. So obviously it's not working with the OAuth stuff yet. Okay, HTTP requests. Showed the API documentation, data validation. So I won't be able to show that this week as well because of my OAuth stuff that I have going, but I can show in my code. Let's see here. So like in my models, so I do have this validation stuff. So whether it's required, and then it'll have this value, say please enter a title or a description or whatnot. So I do have validation checks going on throughout my code for my different routes. Same with error handling. Let's see. So I have try catch going on for the various requests and routes. I think that's it. So that's kind of the point where I'm at. I mean, I got everything working. Oh, also just to make sure that I show that I have enough fields. So I think in Vent I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think the 7th is the ID. I'm not sure if that counts or not, if the ID counts as a 7th field, but anyways, there's my 7 fields for one of the collections, and I do have 2 different collections going on. So I think that's all I need to show you thus far, but yeah, that's where I'm at with my project. Thanks.